Welcome back. I'm some guy you've never heard of, and this is Europa Universalis 3, Defenders of Mecca. Not that it's been centuries since Mecca was under any sort of threat, so yeah. Let's go ahead and get a Fort 3 in Bourgogne, and continue with our occupations of Spain and Trier. Oh wow, our infamy's all the way down to 45 at this point. Cool. Oh, and we have a free advisor slot again. What to get now? How about an Inquisitor? BJ Nagar is still huge. Nice. Let's get a Fort 3 in Valencia and in Poltava. What is Spain offering? Once again, a bunch of stuff that I'm not interested in. Alright, we took Ribatejo. Go down to Lisboa. Alright, let's get a courthouse in Antwerp, town hall in Zealand, and Metz. Oh wow, we took Lisboa already. Okay, go down to Alentejo. You can go down to Andalusia. Alright, you go over to Palesia, deal with the revolt. Oh no, there's corruption. No, try to eradicate the problems. Alright, let's get a town hall in Sherengov, and Wajak, and then a cathedral in Banat. Alright, we took Vermandois. You can go ahead and deal with the rebels in Barrois. Good job. Alright, I took Andalusia. Go over to Algarve. Okay, you can go to Cadiz. Alright, we took Alentejo. Alright, we took Cadiz. Nice. Alright, we took Caceres. Alright, let's get a Fort 3 in Molygrov, and in Partium. Let's get a dock in Croatia. Let's get a marketplace in Falls, and one in Brabant. Alright, we took Cambrai. Which means Trier is completely in our hands. Baluchistan apparently occupies a whole bunch of Spain's South American territory. Interesting. Yeah, actually, I think Barrois, Luxembourg, and Liège would make for a more cohesive territory. Okay, that would actually be awesome. Because then we would basically cut Western Europe off from Central if we took Languedoc from Spain. Alright, Trier made peace with Baluchistan. Alright, Catalonia, make a separate peace already. I want to see what you can wrest from Spain. Because I'm not taking the infamy hit so that you can gain territory. Alright, let's get a spy agency in Antwerp, a college in... You can't make a separate peace with Spain. Well, you can make a separate peace with Trier, and they can give up Spanish territory. Alright, so I'm building a bunch of colleges. Alright. Alright, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I'll just have to make my peace with Spain. Government corruption. I guess it looks like taxes are dropping. Okay, there's a revolt in Carpathia. You can go deal with that. So, out of curiosity, Spain is offering Cape Verde, Trarza, Cayor, Grain Coast, Tlemcen, Gabu, Sierra Leone, Futajalon, Segu, Bambouk, Bure, Roger, Vizcaya, Oran, and Laborde. I don't want any of that. I tell you what, we will take Spain. We'll take Languedoc. I didn't realize there was Spanish territory up there. Interesting. Alright, so you're going to give me... I kind of want to take that just so that you don't have that one little piece of land by itself, but no. Alright, you're going to give me Languedoc, just because then that's going to cut France and Iberia off from the rest of Europe. And I like that idea. And you're going to release Navarra, Aragon, Colombia, La Plata, and Venezuela as sovereign nations. And give me your treasury. And that is the piece Spain. Oh, I forgot that I don't actually own Provence. Oh well. You have to travel through me and my vassals to get whatever. Shouldn't have taken that. Well, it's too late now. La Plata wants access to my markets. That's fine. So does Colombia. That's fine. Come sell your coke. We're good with that. Alright. Alright, let's get a temple in Solnak. Art Trier. So the piece is you give me Barrois, Luxembourg, and Liège. You give up your claims on Namur, Valencia, and Falls, and you give me 400 gold. And that is the piece Trier. No, you're not routing like that. Aragon, can we please cross you? Okay, I was gonna say you'd better say yes, considering you owe us your existence. Oh no, a revolt in Antwerp. Venezuela also wants access to our ports. That's fine. Right, time to send out more missionaries. Alright, now time for some of the important things. Alright, let's start withdrawing things from the Empire. Alright, so let's take a look at the Empire right now. Alright, now let's start removing our territory. Alright, let's remove Nevers, and Bourgogne, and French Comte. Alright, and then Barrois. And Lothringen. We've got an agricultural revolution again. Right, let's withdraw Alsace now. Alright, and then Falls. And then Metz. Alright, we already converted the heretics of Barrois. Nice. Alright, now let's remove Luxembourg. Oh no, the generals are concerned by our unmanly tactics. Well, that is too bad. Because they've been working out so far, so there we go. Alright, Valenciennes is withdrawing from the Empire. Alright, Patriot Sentiment. We're producing ivory. Oh, we're producing good ivory. Good. Alright, let's have Liege abandon the Empire. Alright, go deal with the revolt in Falls. Alright, now Namur is leaving the Empire. And then now Brabant. Oh, we converted the heretics of Languedoc already. Nice. Alright, Ghent, now it's your turn to leave the Empire. And then Antwerp. And then Zealand. Beautiful. That's all of our imperial territory. Right? Oh no, oh no, that's Austria. Okay, that's Austria that's jutting out like that. Part of Ukraine is in the Empire? Interesting. I don't want to take this piece of land from Orleans and this one piece from France, just so that I am actually cutting Europe like that. Alright, let's get a temple in Languedoc. Ability conserved at loss of privilege. Does the nobility really matter? Right, another revolt in Liege. What's our current mission anyway? Vassalize Moria. Oh, I forgot about that one. Well, now that I'm at peace, it might actually be possible. Let's send them a gift. Sultana Helene II Komnenos. There's a Komnenos as a Sultana. Nice. Well, I could claim their throne. Alright, let's just cancel that mission, since I don't really... It's not worth doing non-diplomatically, and I can't currently do it diplomatically. So there we go. Create a fortress in Partium. Alright, we'll do that. And let's go ahead and get a temple in Barbois, courthouse in Zolnok, and in Antwerp, and then cathedral in Zealand. Alright, let's get a cathedral in Carpathia. I have like 3 colonists right now. Is there anywhere left to colonize that I can reach? No one's gone after Hokkaido. Does no one ever take Hokkaido? That really should be part of Japan at this point, I'm pretty sure. Fine. It's a nice island, we'll take it. Alright, let's settle someone in Yoribashi. Alright, get a cathedral in Metz. Yeah, we've got some Hungarian patriots to deal with. Attacking Orleans could bring me into war with Austria. No, not right now. Alright, let's get a cathedral in Nevers, Cherengov, and Wajak. Alright, let's get that Fort 3 in Banat. Let's get an armory in Falls. Alright, let's support architectural development, and let's send another colonist to Shiribashi. Ooh, France and Orleans are fighting right now. Go Orleans! Right, there's a revolt in Croatia. Merchants complain, no pain, no gain. Alright, let's get a temple in Ghent and a Languedoc and a courthouse in Languedoc. Get armories in Brabant and Croatia and Kozani. Nationalist sentiment. Minor inconvenience. Right now it wants us to create a fort in Kursk. It's Kursk. Right here. Oh. Brunswick shrunk. Right, deal with the rebels in Alsace. Alright, let's get a courthouse in Barrois, a spy agency in Zolnok, and the college in Antwerp. Get an armory in Cyrenaica and Kosovo. Oh, military complacency again. Well, invincible, I like the sound of it. Right, you go deal with the rebels. Oh no, plague. Well, we have to do something. More nationalist sentiment. Alright, let's get an armory in Champagne and one in Libya. Perigord is occupied by Haiti. Okay. Oh, and the people are resisting westernization again. Right now it wants us to create a fort in Ajong. What's the reward for that? Army tradition. What's our army tradition at? 100. Let's recruit a general then. Alright, let's get a courthouse in Ghent and a spy agency in Languedoc. And a Fort 3 in Zealand, as well as Carpathia. Right, then let's get an armory in Hama. Oh, France liberated Avranches. That's too bad. Curiosity. Would attacking France pull Austria in? Possibly. Alright, let's go for the big gamble here. Let's attack Orleans and France at the same time. Alright, so I gotta cancel my military access there. Oh, the Revolton Falls. Alright, let's get another general. Alright, you go to Avranches, you go to Lyonnes, you go to Charolais, you go to Bourbon. Looks like Austria decided not to get involved. Nice, Austria, nice. I appreciate that. Alright, Avranches is in our hands. Alright. Improvements in production technology, we shall use caution. Alright, you meet up with the army of Egypt. And the two of you together will go after this French army. We get a new idea. Let's go with vetting. That's a nice one. Alright, we got our fortress in Ajam. Now it wants us to save Nevers. Oh, there's an Orleans army there. Well, it just so happens these two have taken their territories, so Arabia, Persia, go attack the Orleans army. Good job. Conquer Bogator. You want me to go to war with Moscow. Over this little piece of land right here. I think not. Alright, chase it to Berry. You guys go to Plateau. Alright, one of you stay in Berry, the other one of you go down to Limousin. You guys chase the French army to Vendée. Alright, one of you can stay in Vendée, the other one of you will go down to Poitou. Oh, Khorasan declared war against us. Along with Pegu, Bihar, and the Timurid. Alright, well, let's get a general for the army of Greece. And send him to Herat. Right. Let's get a spy agency in Ghent, and Vaudois, and Town Hall in Zolnok, and Languedoc. Let's go ahead and get a Fort 2 in Wadjuk. What is France offering? Money. Okay. Not what we're after. Alright, you can go up to Anjou. What is Orleans offering? Money. Also not what I'm after. Alright. Plateau is now in the hands of Catalonia. Interesting. Right. Go down to Bern. Alright, Siege of Vendée is over. Go up to Moribond. Alright, let's get a cathedral in Antwerp. And a Fort 3 in Nevers. An armory in Lothringen. Oh, Holland is attacking us. In an imperialist war, not a reconquest, but imperialist. You realize that makes it cheaper for us to take your land, right? Alright, as soon as one of these armies is done, then they can go and deal with Holland. Alright, we took Berry, you go up to Holland. Oh, Scotland honored their alliance with Holland. Alright, Anjou is in Catalonia's hand. Go over to Orleans. Now Hesse is involved. Alright, Croson, you're gonna release Shebanid. And give me a tiny bit of cash. We converted Liege. Excellent. Oh, Avignon is now attacking us. Alright, we took Moribond, now let's go up to Finestra. Alright, France, you're going to give us a branch. You're going to release Foix as an independent nation. Alright, let's send them a missionary. What is Orleans offering? Charolais and Lyonnaise. Not a bad offer, but I probably want to take a little more. Probably want to take Lyonnaise, Charolais, and Bourbon. Because that'd be a nicer border there. Alright, I took Orleans. Oh no, we're not ready to make peace with you yet, Holland. Sorry. Ooh, Luristan University. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a temple in Liege. And then armories in Franche-Comté, Falcon, Varga, and Sherengov. And then one more in Cherkask. Yeah, I can't quite do that yet. That would put me over my limit, barely. Let's keep going until we occupy everything. Alright, then let's get a town hall in Ghent. Scotland and Hesse are being silly. I've got a colonist again. Let's send them to Shirabeshi. Oh, then there's a revolt in Zolnok. Alright, let's get a town hall in Barrois, college in Zolnok, and a college in Languedoc. Alright, we've taken Holland. Now let's go to Utrecht. Alright, we took Utrecht and Normandy. Go down to Maine, I guess. I could annex Holland. It would only cost me 6. I'm annexing Holland. Oh, Narbonne is shaken. We will deny it fervently. Alright, let's send Holland a missionary, and Utrecht as well. Holland and Antwerp are both centers of trade. That's ridiculous. Alright, let's get it. When did I get Istria? Oh, Holland had Istria. I forgot about that. Alright, let's send a missionary to Istria. Let's get a Fort 3 in Woodjock. And then armories in Olesia, Minsk, Mogolyov, and Uzazhek. And then that is actually going to be it for today. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Europa Universalis 3, Defenders of Mecca. Tune in next time to see the last 9 years of the game.